They called him evil. They called him death. They called him monster. But they never called him brother, never called him loyal. This is the truth of Hades, the god who was given the one realm no one wanted. Imagine the end, not the fire of an apocalypse, nor the chaos of a battlefield. Imagine the silence that comes after. The moment the heart stops beating, the moment the lungs release their final breath. Humanity has spent millennia terrified of this moment. You build monuments to avoid it. You pray to gods of light, gods of war, and gods of beauty to delay it. You paint the Lord of the Underworld as a villain, a demon lurking in the dark, waiting to snatch you away. But you are wrong. He is not the devil waiting to punish your sins. He is simply the host, and he has been waiting for you since the moment you were born. While the other gods play in the clouds, drinking nectar and starting wars for their own amusement, one figure stands alone in the dark, watching, waiting, working. This is not the story of a villain. This is the story of the hardest working man in the universe. This is the story of Hades. To understand the king, we must look back to the day the universe was divided. The Titan War was over. The dust of Cronus settled on the battlefield. 3 brothers stood victorious: Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. They had overthrown their father. They had saved the cosmos, and now the spoils of war lay before them: the sky, the sea, and the underworld. It was supposed to be a fair draw, a game of chance, but looking back, one has to wonder if the dice were loaded from the start. Zeus, the youngest, the loudest, the one who loved the spotlight, he took the sky. He took the lightning, the thunder, and the throne of Olympus. He took the glory. Poseidon, wild and untamable, he took the seas. He took the adventure, the storms, and the freedom of the open waves. And Hades, the eldest, the quiet one, the one who actually fought the hardest in the shadows while his brothers shone in the light. What was left for him? The scraps, the basement of the universe, the dark, cold, sunless realm beneath the earth. He did not rage. He did not throw a tantrum like Zeus would have. He did not flood the earth like Poseidon would have. He simply nodded. He accepted his duty because someone had to do it. Someone had to be the adult in the room. Imagine the walk down, leaving the warmth of the sun behind, perhaps for the last time. Every step takes him deeper into the earth. The air grows cold. The light fades to a dull gray. He arrives at his new kingdom, and it is empty. It is vast, echoing, and terrifyingly silent. There is no golden palace waiting for him. There are no nymphs to sing his praises, just rock, shadow, and the heavy, crushing weight of the world above his head. His brothers are up there right now, celebrating on Mount Olympus. They are building temples in their own honor. They are demanding sacrifices from mortals. They are basking in the adoration of the world. Hades is alone. He realizes then that he hasn't just been given a kingdom, he has been given a prison. But Hades is not a man to wallow in self-pity. If this is to be his prison, he will turn it into the greatest fortress the universe has ever seen. If he is to be the king of shadows, he will make the shadows bow to him. Civilizations rise and fall, wars are fought, plagues sweep across the land, and every single soul that leaves a body ends up at his doorstep. Think of the logistics. It isn't just a few hundred ghosts, it is millions, billions, an endless river of souls flowing into the underworld, day after day, century after century. Zeus doesn't care where humans go when they die. Poseidon drowns them and forgets them. But Hades? Hades has to process them. He builds a system. He creates the judges. He directs the flow of the river Styx. He mints the coins to pay the ferryman. He is not running a torture chamber. He is running a bureaucracy. He is the ultimate administrator. He works tirelessly. He ensures the wicked are punished in Tartarus, yes, but he also ensures the heroes find rest in Elysium, and the ordinary souls find peace in the Asphodel meadows. He creates order out of chaos. He maintains the balance of life and death. If he takes a day off, ghosts would spill back into the world of the living. The universe would collapse. Does he get a thank you? Does he get a temple? No. Mortals are too afraid to even speak his name. They call him the Rich One to avoid drawing his attention. He is the backbone of the cosmos, yet he is treated like its dirty secret. Eons pass. The underworld is running perfectly. The Iron King sits on his obsidian throne, surrounded by the greatest riches in the earth. Gold, diamonds, gems, all of it belongs to him. But what good is wealth when there is no one to share it with? What good is power when the only subjects you have are shades who can no longer speak above a whisper? Hades starts to feel a coldness that has nothing to do with the temperature of his realm. It is a hollowness in his chest, a void. He looks up through the layers of rock and soil to the world above. He sees his brother, Zeus, cheating on his wife, Hera, for the 1,000th time, creating illegitimate children, causing wars for his ego. He sees the dysfunction of Olympus. And then he sees her, Kore, the daughter of Demeter, the goddess of spring. She is everything he is not. She is life. She is color. She is warmth. She is the flowers blooming on a grave. For the first time in millennia, the king of the dead feels his heart beat. The poets call it a kidnapping. They say he burst from the earth in his black chariot and stole her away, screaming into the dark. That is the version told by those who fear the dark. But look closer. Kore was suffocating too. She was trapped by an overbearing mother, kept in a gilded cage of eternal sunshine, treated like a fragile child who could not handle the world. When the ground opened up, perhaps she didn't see a monster. Perhaps she saw an escape. Yes, he took her. In the ancient world, kings took what they desired. But watch what happens when they arrive in the underworld. He does not lock her in a dungeon. He does not force himself upon her like Zeus would have. He places her on a throne next to his. He offers her the pomegranate, not as a trick, but as a choice. To eat the fruit of the underworld is to accept it, to become part of it. He offers her something her mother never did: power, agency, a crown. He offers her half of his kingdom. He makes her his equal. She is no longer just Kore, the girl of flowers. She becomes Persephone, the Iron Queen, the dread goddess, the only entity in existence that even Hades answers to. Their love is not a fairy tale. It is a force of nature. It is the Gothic romance that defines the world. Because of them, we have winter. When she is with him, the world above freezes, mourning her absence. When she returns to the surface, spring erupts in joy. But notice something important. She always returns to him. The myths say she is forced to return for 3 months every year because of the seeds she ate. But is it force, or is it loyalty? In the darkness of the underworld, Hades worships her. For the gloomy, stoic, overworked king, she is his only light. And for Persephone, Hades is the only one who respects her darkness, her capacity to rule over the dead. They are the only functional marriage in all of Greek mythology. No affairs, no scandals, just a king and a queen holding hands while the world rots and blooms around them. While the romance plays out, the threat never sleeps. Deep beneath even the underworld lies Tartarus, the pit, the place where the monsters go. The titans, beings of pure destruction who could tear the universe apart, are locked in there. Cronus, the father who ate his children, is down there. And who holds the key? Hades. Zeus sits on his clouds throwing lightning bolts at mortals who annoy him, but Hades stands at the gates of hell, ensuring the true evils never escape. He is the warden of order. He is the shield that protects existence from absolute nihilism. Every tremor in the earth is Hades suppressing a titan rebellion. Every silence in the night is Hades watching the gates. He does not seek glory for this. He knows that if he fails, Olympus falls, the oceans boil, the sky burns. He carries the safety of his arrogant brothers on his back, and he does it in silence. So when your time comes, when the thread is cut, when the coin is placed in your mouth and you cross the misty river, you will stand before him. You might tremble, you might expect fire and brimstone, but you will not find a devil. You will find a tired, ancient administrator, a king who has seen everything, a brother who was wronged but did his duty anyway, a husband who loves his wife.
He will look at you with eyes that contain the darkness of deep caves. He will not judge you with malice. He will judge you with absolute fairness. There are no bribes here. No prayers to Zeus will help you now. In his realm, a king and a beggar are exactly the same. They are just souls. History called him a villain because it feared the end. But he is not the end. He is the rest. He is the cool earth after a feverish life. He is the silence after the noise. Zeus may be the king of the gods, but Hades is the king of reality. Because in the end, the lightning fades, the oceans dry up, the temples crumble into dust. Everything eventually comes to him. He does not need to conquer. He does not need to fight. He just needs to wait. And when the last star in the universe flickers out, Hades will be there to welcome it home.